One of our clients was telling us about his struggles with hiring, training, delegating, and talking about how that can really impact him and not allow him to work more on his business. Sound familiar? I'm Jessica Krause with New Life Accounting, and this is Build What Lasts. So that conversation happened a couple of times last week with various people, and Megan on my team and myself just sat in these meetings and smiled and told them, we deal with this same problem too. If you're in business, you deal with these issues. So it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. So today I really want to dive into that hiring piece because that's kind of the first piece of that whole issue of hiring, training, and delegating. So our own business has learned a lot from our mistakes with hiring. So we really had to go back and review and improve that process. And as I mentioned last week, process is key. Those are the key things that are going to set you up for success. So we wanted to make sure that hiring process was improved and designed to set us up for success. So some of the things that we talked about throughout this process was, why was NLA the best place to work? Why would people want to work with us? And what could we offer them? Who do we really want for each position? And we would go into as much detail as possible. What was their past job experience like? What are they doing now? What is their personality like? What are some of the things that they value? What are their attributes? So really diving deep into what this person looks like for this role. And then looking at where we're posting the job and if that was the right place and where could we be posting and how could we proactively recruit moving forward. So we looked at what questions we were asking during the interview process and make sure that those questions gave us clarity that the individual actually had all the skills and the attributes that we were looking for that role. And then the onboarding process and how we set our employees up for success. So improving that onboarding process, making sure that when they start from day one, they have everything that they need to be successful. So now you can take this process, these steps that we did for NLA and apply them to your own business. So number one, what makes you and your company a place that people want to go and come to work? What sets you aside from other companies like your own? This is how you're really going to attract and retain that top talent. And I'm not just talking about in the office. I'm not just talking about administratively or leadership positions. I'm talking about all across the board. So in all levels, in the field, everything across the board in your company. Number two, make sure you have clearly identified all the skills and attributes that you want in this employee. And then you can kind of sort those out by what are must-haves, like you're not budging, this is what they have to have, versus, okay, if they have this, it would be great, but they don't have to. Number three, make sure you're looking in the right spot. So if you can be proactive in your search, that is even better, and go find people that are still working. So I would say that a lot of times, I know in the industry, when you're looking for people that are going to work in the field for you, you put up this job ad, and most of the people that are coming to apply are people that have been laid off, or people that are not currently working. They can start tomorrow. So if we can find people that are already working, that are still working, that would be ideal. Because when all you're getting is people that have been laid off in your talent pool, that makes it really hard to have good quality labor. And then number four, are you asking the right questions so that you feel confident that you're making the right decision? Another thing that a lot of people do is they will take these templates, these interview questions that they found on Google and ask them, but none of the answers really mean much to them. So we want to customize questions that are going to give us that clarity that we're needing, that this is the right hire. And number five, are the employees set up for success from day one? So content is worthless without action. So action item for you is to set aside 90 minutes of uninterrupted time with either yourself, or if you have a leadership team, you can get together and go through these steps, go through these 5 steps and then put them into action with their next hire. We're going to be following up with more content on leadership, delegation, training, so stay tuned. And if you'd like more one-on-one help, we would be happy to give you an hour of our time and see how we could better help your construction business. So use the link in the email to set up a time to chat. We know your time is valuable. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Jessica Krause, and I'm here to help you build what lasts.